my phone, so my 9:30 alarms, like PM, didn't go off to remind me to go like walk him and stuff, and also to wake up. So yeah, he was muzzling my phone, so I just woke up like I think 30-ish minutes ago. So yeah, literal fucking dog noise cancellation. Good boy. So yeah, he like muffled out my phone so it didn't wake me up. You just purchased a PS5 Slim? Nice, man. I just got Kingdoms of Amalur and Nier Automata on Steam. That's a good pickup, man. Those are both really solid games. Make sure if the Fate Sworn DLC is on sale too, which I saw. It's kind of weird on PlayStation, the DLC is on sale, but not the game. Because I was looking to buy it because I was like, oh, I kind of want to replay that after talking about it. And, you know, I saw the DLC is on sale, but not the actual game. So if the DLC is on sale, buy that now because the DLC never goes on sale. It's like almost, like, it's rare. I've never seen it on sale personally. So I think it's like $8 instead of $20, which I think that's worth it. But, yeah. If you're already interested in the game, make sure you pick up the DLC too. Yeah, it's 4 a.m. But I've been asleep for a while, so. I'm trying to power through that fucking Metaphor game. And I fell asleep playing that. Because, you know, it's turn-based, so it's not exactly extremely enthralling when you're just trying to grind and shit to level up, but the DLCs for Kingdoms of Amalur. But I think it's called the Fate Sworn DLC. But that game is so underrated, man. It really is sad that, you know, it just got completely overshadowed by all the other stuff coming out at the time, like Mass Effect 3, which they did like a collab with Mass Effect 3 for that game, which probably wasn't the best idea to release the two around the same time, but they were both EA games, technically. EA has a history of that, of just flooding the market with their shit and basically sending one out to die. You got the DLC bundled with the game? Nice, bro. Shit. Am I sad the COD killer is getting shut? Which one is that? Is it that Ubisoft game? I didn't know it was getting shut down. I mean, I figured it probably would because, you know, nobody plays it, but you don't hear a damn thing about it, and they locked it onto the fucking Uplay launcher, so they sent that shit out to die, which is idiotic as fuck. Yeah, the thing is action RPGs keep you more like engaged. I feel like turn-based, you know, you kind of just start to drift off in terms of attention. Because it's like, how many fucking times do you do the exact same repetitive menu pattern? Like, I'm literally at the point in Metaphor right now where my team is like so like busted almost, to where I could just use the exact same moves every single fucking battle in the exact same order and win within a turn or two, and I don't even have to like try. So it's like literal auto play in a sense, and you know, it's not really super engaging, especially when you're trying to grind in an RPG, and with all the lengthy animations and ending screens and, you know, fucking XP splash screen, all that type of shit. It makes it a lot more tedious. But I think I'm almost done with it. I'm at the part where you're infiltrating the airship or whatever, which I looked up like the list of main story missions, and apparently I'm like at least 2/3 of the way through, so I mean, I don't know how much like end game grinding and shit you have to do, but I assume I'm pretty close to the end. Yeah, I think X Defiant's been out for what, like a year or two? But they released it on the Uplay launcher, so it's like literally, yeah, don't play our game, please. And then they're fucking surprised that it bombed. But apparently Ubisoft is shutting down 2 studios in San Francisco and where's the other one? Oh, their Japanese studio. I guess we was samurais and she ain't working out as well as they were hoping. Oh shit. I don't think they're shutting down Montreal. They'll keep the French and Canadian studios is my guess. They're like the biggest ones. They'll get rid of all their auxiliary teams though. Am I buying it? Probably not. I don't really want to play through a 60-hour Ubi slog. Because you'll have to spend $10 just to make the fucking experience not as miserable to get the XP boost. I'm at the part in Metaphor where you had to infiltrate the airship and take out the 4 like guards and get their keys. So that's the part I'm at. So I'm waiting for Louis' like party or whatever the fuck to go and steal the magic recipe, dude. That's the part I'm at. I'm so glad I'm still blonde and not with brown hair. Why is that, Britt? You can save money on the hair dye. You probably got another 30 hours to go. I mean, maybe. I don't know. I've been kind of cooking through it, man, so... I have it on easy. Not like the Journo easy, but the one below normal. Not just the story, I just have it on easy. But I've been kind of cooking through it. The most annoying thing is the fucking time mechanic, though. It's like so like, oh yeah, talk to this person. Oh, that's an entire day gone. It's like, what the fuck? Who the hell talks to somebody for an entire... Like, the whole thing is dumb. I hate that mechanic of it, but aside from that, it's pretty easy. It's just memorizing weaknesses like with Pokemon. That's why, like, I'll never be convinced that turn-based games are like these insanely deep and complex fucking battle systems, because it's like, bro, you can literally just look up how to beat every single enemy in a step-by-step process. Like, there's no fucking variability in how to take down an enemy from playthrough to playthrough.
All right, awesome. Thanks, nigga. All right.
It's like literally so easy. Competitive Pokemon is that's right, dude. Yeah, competitive Pokemon is for literal fucking weetards. Yeah, I like the action-based combat personally. I like playing the game. Yeah, I'm also not in love with the fact that you have to, like, you know, talk to people a certain number of times and you're, like, locked from doing so until you hit certain points in the story in order to, like, progress your, you know, Pokemon evolution trees, basically. That's also irritating, because it's like, bro, I mastered one of my fucking things in, like, an hour. And it's like, okay, well, I want to use the next one. Oh, no, you gotta fucking get your bond up from 3 to 7. And it's like, okay, well, give me 4 opportunities to talk to the person, but the game won't do it, so... That's also irritating, because it's like, alright, well, I want to progress my fucking skills. You can't. You have to spend 4 days when we fucking decide you can talking to fucking retard. It's like, that's irritating. Why is upgrading your characters arbitrarily locked behind fucking engaging in dialogue? Like, that's so dumb. I don't know, man. I don't like that at all, personally. But that's how it goes, I guess. People like that shit, apparently. Yeah, I always overlevel in RPGs. Dude, that they might actually, you know, get to that, like, I guess, Final Fantasy tier or something like that. But... yeah, it's like the people who refuse to use legendary Pokemon in the Pokemon. It's like, why? What is the fucking point of playing Pokemon and catching the best Pokemon in the game? You're like, I don't want to use them. It makes the game too easy. That's the fucking point, you dude, I hate people like that. They're absolute fucking dweebs. The competitive Pokemon players are like literal fucking, you know... Worthless mouth breathers. It's like, oh, I never used Rayquaza in Pokemon Emerald. It made the game too easy. That's the point. That's why you get it at the end of the game, you dumbass. It's like, holy shit. It's really sad, bro. These guys have no fucking sense of actual, like, real life achievement. Yeah, I don't know. I've never been challenged in a Pokemon game, personally. They're piss easy. They're meant to be. Like, people who try to make everything hard is, like, weird to me. It's like, just say you have nothing better to do. Which Pokemon should you start with? If you have a Switch, you should just get a Brilliant Diamond or Shining Pearl. Those are like the most pure Pokemon games you can buy currently. I don't like Sword or Shield or Scarlet or Violet that much. But if you want to emulate, then I guess Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire.
I can't afford this shit!
U generation with the 46 months. React to this. You don't have to watch it all. Holy shit. An hour. Do not buy NZXT. Predatory, evil, rental, computer scam. Evil. Oh my god. Now I'm gonna have to order my next PC from them. Drewski with the 5. Watch the short. Okay. I'm not paying child support with the 2. Going to get the Platinum and Space Marine too soon. Nice, man. I wish I had the patience. I don't. It requires playing too many of the co-op missions, which I ain't gonna do. I'm not really too big on Sonic games. They're fine. Not really my favorite thing in the world. Yeah, the problem with Pokemon Sword, though, is there's, like, absolutely no endgame content at all. Like, there's literally only 2 legendaries in the game, both of which fucking suck. Like, there's nothing to do afterwards. It's like you can do the little raid battles or whatever, but those get old very quick. Like, you know how pretty much every other Pokemon game, after you beat the game, you can unlock, like, other Pokemon legendaries from other entries, or there's, like, a whole lineup of them to go and catch to complete the Pokédex, and, like, but there's none in Pokemon Sword and Shield. It's, like, literally just the 2, and that's it. Like, it just feels so half-assed. And then also the entire Elite Four thing, I'm not really the biggest fan. How they just recycled the gym leaders. I thought that was kind of lazy. I don't like anything that requires co-op, man. I don't like playing with other people. Generally speaking, I don't enjoy having to rely on other people to play video games. No, PK, you're late. I've been live for 27 minutes. Where the fuck have you been? I like this AK. I think I've already maxed its level out, unfortunately. I shouldn't have streamed tonight. Why is that, PK?
All right, awesome. Thanks, nigga. All right.
Why am I obsessed with Dreamcast guy? Because he's my favorite gaming content creator. I don't know, I find him fascinating. He's just a very unique species of person. I mean, am I wrong? Is he not like a fascinating individual? I don't know, man. Just the way he talks, the way he constantly lies about stupid shit. I mean, I don't know. Like, he's just kind of an interesting guy to watch. I don't dislike him or anything. No, I got that PS5 Pro for my bedroom so I can play games in the lounge. I can just chill with me and the dog gaming. I think they're still making it. When I went to the Apple store the other day to go pick up my mom's iPhone, yeah, they still had them, so I'm guessing so. No clue.
You shut the fuck! Don't you fucking tell me to my face to shut the fuck up!
Your treadmill is an Xbox. Yeah, because all you do is run through the Goy Pass menu 100 times trying to find something worth your time to play. So doesn't Indiana Jones come out early tonight for people that pre-ordered? Or I guess pay for the early edition? Will GameStop take my PS? Yeah, they take consoles without the box. You just need the power cord, the HDMI, and a controller. Words are. I don't really care, to be honest. Like, I really don't give a shit. Hell yeah, dude, the fucking girlfriend skin. Since I'll never have one in real life, that's the closest I'll ever see to a woman in her pajamas. Next Thursday, so what? That's the, or no, the 12th? Because today's the 4th. Yeah, they want you to join Walmart Plus, which honestly, Walmart Plus is a really good value. They do same-day delivery on anything over 35 bucks that's in stock for free if you have Walmart Plus. Like, it's actually really nice. I use it all the time. Like, if I need fucking, like, laundry detergent or toothpaste or, like, stupid shit like that that I don't want to go to the store for, you can, like, literally get it delivered to your house, like, within an hour sometimes. The only games I can recommend are old games, so I'm not really good for new game recommendations. I guess if Hog Snorts Legacy is 20 bucks on Steam like it is on PlayStation, you should buy that. I steal at Walmart? I don't. Unlike some people, I believe that theft is morally incorrect, so I don't engage with it even if I can get away with it. I don't steal. I don't even pirate movies, bro. I'm really vanilla. I'm as white as they come. Personally, I would like to live in a high-trust society, but unfortunately, most other people aren't interested in that.
I can't afford this shit!
Let's see, Sadrusku the 10, Eminem's mom made him go to 30 different schools. At one of the schools, a bully put him into a coma. When he got a job, his mother called him so often the waitresses stopped answering. And then after all that,
don't you fucking tell me to my face to shut the fuck up.
she tried to sue him for 10 million. Yeah, wasn't she like a drug addict or some shit? So that probably tracks. Like a crack Wilds and Final Fantasy, and maybe you want to play Space Marine 2 and a few. Yeah, I think the Fantasian physical release is pretty limited, so literally that's all they fucking... Now, the situation's so volatile in Canada right now that a lot of the Canadian population would probably, you know, just basically roll out the red carpet for the US if it did actually come to that. Which is pretty funny. Especially along the border. Like Quebec, for example, would like welcome the US with open arms. They fucking hate Trudeau. Trudeau's wife being hot as fuck is the only good thing related to him. Jesus. Valorant greater than CS? No. I could see the case for that. I don't like, you know, the comp modes on either one, but I heard Valorant has team deathmatch, so they win. Valve got rid of team deathmatch. They replaced it with free-for-all, so yikes. Well, all my surf servers stopped working, man. I wasn't able to find any that actually functioned. Nah, Trudeau is like what Obama would have been if Obama could have gotten his way. Like, if Obama had actual control over the government when he was president, then Trudeau is what he would have become. A guy who completely bankrupted the country, destroyed the quality of life, flooded it with a bunch of fucking random, you know, immigrants and shit. You know, that's what Obama would have done if he had the choice. Pussy ran away. Little bitch. Ah, shit. Damn, I'm doing great. These guys are playing like the biggest fucking pussies, which is why I don't like Nuketown, because they're playing like the typical Nuketown players. Camping. I'm spreading fake news about CS2. Every single time I've tried to join a surf server, it doesn't fucking work. Every single time. Without fail. Even though they say they're online. Dude, I wish they would just add like shipment or rust into this game, but they're not going to because Treyarch is like obsessed with shitty ass Nuketown. The worst of the Call of Duty small maps. Trump's inauguration going to be incredible. It is definitely going to be packed. And it's on fucking MLK Day, so everybody's going to have the day off too, so it's going to be very crowded down there. It's going to be packed tighter than a can of sardines, bro. But yeah, it'll be kind of cool to go.
I can't afford this shit!
Shit. Why didn't I pick that up? What the fuck? Fuck. What was it with female protesters wearing the pussy hats? Because they knew that's all they were good for.
Gaming.
You're not a woman. You're a whore. You're a fucking whore. Whore.
Daryl's on the 2. I can't support you no more. Alex roasted you good. I know, man. Absolute and total devastation. Nah, I've never had sleep paralysis. I know what it is, but I've never experienced it. That's weird. Where you wake up and can't move. I've never had that. Jesus Christ, dude. You can't even push up. They're just sitting there waiting. The spawns do not flip enough in shipment. It's the biggest flaw and has always been the biggest flaw with this map. It just becomes like literal fucking trench warfare almost. It doesn't have the same chaos element that Rust and Shipment have, which makes them fun. Let's see. So what is the release time? I'll be 400 pounds like RTU. That's right. I'm getting there, man. Don't worry. Baby steps. Yep, I do need YouTube money. I'm just a poor boy, struggling out here trying to make a living. So, exactly. Just trying to provide for my family. Oh, what a fucking dumbass, bro. He got cocky. $36K a month? I wish, man. That'd be nice. That didn't kill him? What? Bro, I put that rocket right in his fucking pocket, man. What the hell? Would you rather have sex with 36 supermodels in one night or one supermodel for the rest of your life? Obviously one for the rest of my life. Why the fuck would you want to bang 36 chicks at once? That sounds awful. I'm Key. Put down the anime, bro. Them Chinese cartoons are not representing sex right to you, my boy.
I can't afford this shit!
Neonverse animations of the two. Fortnite's better than COD and GTA combined. I can see why, but personally I don't agree. I think it's definitely better than GTA, but that's not saying much. Yeah, harem animes do suck. It's like, just pick a chick and fuck her, bro. Honestly. What the fuck are you doing? You got plenty of rebounds if it doesn't work out.
All right, awesome. Thanks, nigga. All right.
The map's tipping again.
Pacify the AO, kill team. Taking A.
Shit.
Lock down A. Take the advantage, now hold it. Bravo lost.
shit. I got stunned. Griffin is a Trump fan but plays video games. What does that have to do with each other? Trump's own son played. Having a dick down your throat is 100% worse than jerking off to fucking hentai. You're definitely the type of guy to say GTA 6 will be woke. It will be woke. I mean, if you want to live on Fantasy Island and think it won't be, then go ahead, but it will. It's not going to change the fact. And then I'll get some response. It can't be woke. You can kill cops. Meanwhile, literally, you know, whoever says that is so fucking stupid to know, like, not know that literally the left's entire agenda 4 years ago was kill all police officers. So, yeah, I'm sure. Dude, Nick Fuentes is so obviously gay. Like, his mannerisms, the way he talks, the way he dresses, his body language when he sits. Like, he literally screams closeted homo. All the weird shit he said about women, like, you know, having sex with women is gay, dating women is gay. I mean, the only date he's ever been on documented has been with another man who sucks fucking horse dildos and dresses up in a fucking micro bikini for a living. So that's the company that Nick keeps. So, bro, like, that dude is mad sus. He's definitely swinging for the home team. Yeah, he went cum hunting for his roommate's fucking cum crusties when he kicked him out of the house for refusing his sexual advances. Oh, I was lucky. Still bro. So he deserves some top tier fucking male to female veg. But yeah, I don't know. I guess the average 6'2" guy could beat the living shit out of her. So that's just objectively not fucking true that a woman could beat up a guy. Almost impossible. They would have to be almost the exact same. Was desperate to keep the British from helping the South. That's it. Up until that point, slavery was never even mentioned. So, no, it was Haiti. Liberia was different. Haiti was where he wanted to send all the freed slaves. Yeah, Liberia is basically what happens if, you know, the Wakanda experiment was tried. Basically, the U.S. set up, like, these countries for, you know, former slaves and stuff to go over there and form their own country, govern themselves, blah, 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 and all of them went to absolute shit within a few years. So, the Wakanda experiment did not succeed. Yeah, the Africans sold themselves, exactly. The warlords would sell, you know, conquered peoples or whatever to get rid of them. Just like the Romans did all throughout Europe, you know. There's not just one race of victims when it comes to slavery. It's just pathetic, man. The victimhood mentality is very fucking sad. Any sort of communist organization can be executed on the spot as an enemy of the state. If only we could enforce that. That'd be wonderful. They get all the holidays, the summer off, and pension. Why do they keep striking when they barely work and are taken care of? Because they're women. Like, for lack of a better term. They're always, you know... I mean, they're told to be the victims. Complain, complain, complain is the name of the game. Their miserable existence obviously must be the fault of everybody else. So... that's just the facts, unfortunately. They're a bunch of miserable, middle-aged, leftist women. There's no greater group of just... I don't know, man. It's like literally the collection of the worst of humanity. Yeah, when you factor in how much teachers actually work relative to other, you know, jobs, they make a fucking killing by comparison. But, you know, we don't get paid enough. We need more money. Yeah, everybody does, bitch. So shut the fuck up and get a job where you work 12 months out of the year. I don't even know if they do high school reunions anymore, bro. But most likely I won't. I don't even know if that's a thing anymore. High school reunions. Dude, every single woman, for the most part, is a lefty until they get married. Like, that's just a fact. You gotta put enough to benefit women. Like, in what way? They take advantage.
Hardpoint identified.
No, I don't think birth control makes women attracted to twinks, but what it does do is it makes them fat and angry. It makes them fat, angry, and, you know, need to take depression pills because it fucks with their entire chemical balance in their body. You know, who would have thought cutting off the core biological function of a human being might have side effects? Like, go read the side effects of, like, what birth control does. It's, like, insane. Absolutely insane. Women's rights are much better with the left. What? What rights are better? You haven't named one. You haven't named a right. Is fucking Trump locking women in fucking basements and they're only allowed to leave between the hours of 12 p.m. and 3? Like, what are we talking about rights? Okay, abortion, not an issue. Abortion's not going anywhere. So that's not even an issue at this point.
All right, awesome. Thanks, nigga. All right.
Abortion has been settled. That's off the table. What else? Abortion's no longer even an issue. The federal government has no right to touch it. Moving on. What's another right that women have with lefties that they don't have under right-wingers? There's nothing. It's like saying trans rights. There are no such thing as trans rights. You don't get special fucking privileges because you want to chop your cock off. You get the same fucking rights as everybody else, and that's it. You don't get special treatment. There are no inequalities in rights between groups of people in the United States. And yeah, that was the whole cause, primarily. Because, you know, the South was like agricultural, much less wealthy, and the North was more like trade, commerce, manufacturing. So the North controlled the government at the time, so they imposed a shit ton of tariffs that basically made it us. Leave your kid with the trans babysitter, you bigot. Take them to drag queen story time. Let them be twerked on by a man in a thong. Drewski with the 5, I did not need to know that. I have, for a long time, wanted to go clickety-commie. Yeah, apparently it's a law that's on the books. Like, the government has the right to execute anyone related to the Communist Party. Or communism in general. Unfortunately, it's not enforced. It should be. It'd clean up a lot of the issues we have in society today. You know, that was back in the day when we had common sense and hated communism. Right and left. Oh, better days. Man. Alright. This one.
There's that rumor that you had a male appendage, that you were a hermaphrodite, and you joked about it on the stage last night.
Maybe I do.
It wouldn't be this, like, honestly, it's not surprising, because a lot of the supposed women in Hollywood are actually trans.
But it's interesting.
Would it be so terrible?
Yes.
But it's interesting, a lot of artists would immediately put out some sort of a statement saying this is absolutely not true. You have fun with it.
Why the hell am I going to waste my time and give a press release about whether or not I have a penis? My fans don't care, and neither do I.
There's that rumor that
I don't know, some of them might like you more. Some of them might like you more. Alright, I'm guessing, I'm not watching this entire thing, but...
From the subscription agreement, you, brand operator of the business, a non-revocable, perpetual, non-exclusive, worldwide license to use and distribute, however operator sees fit, any and all images, video correspondence, audio recordings, or other data and information.
Is there a good reason for that you can think of?
A good reason for the business or for the consumer?
For the business.
For the business to sell your data.
Okay, all right.
But if it's on a hard drive and you return it to them, you've provided it to them, and it's pursuant to this agreement.
It's in connection with the service.
Why would you leave? Hold on. Why would you leave? That's literally just there to cover their ass. If you leave shit on a hard drive on a rented device, of course they're going to say in their contract that they are now the owners of it, so then you can't go back and sue them. Oh my, delete the shit off the hard drive. Problem solved. See, this is what's me. It's like, this is such a Reddit type thing. It's like, oh my god, in this hyper fucking what if scenario, I might actually have my data stolen. It's like, okay, yeah, sure, but have like a little bit of, I don't know, like intelligence, and you can completely avoid that ever happening. I don't know, bro.
same connection with services.
And that's not the only NZXT advertising lie.
Luckily, not only did NZXT send us out their Player Free Prime to help finish out the gaming house, but they gave us a way to finish out our 6 PC setups without spending $18,000. You can now own Endgame on a PC starting at $59 a month with NZXT's new subscription plan.
You might have missed it, so let's just roll that back.
You can now own Endgame.
You cannot own this computer. NZXT's own rental program agreement makes that extremely clear. It is not something that can be owned. But that's what he said. Quote, the subscription is not a rent-to-own program. At no point will subscriber own the rental devices or other services provided under the subscription, even if subscriber payments aggregate to more than the collective retail price for all services. As for who the customer is, NZXT's Flex rental program somehow gets even more duplicitous and disgusting when you realize it seems to prey upon mostly broke...
I don't even know why you would do this for more than like a month. There's no reason to rent a computer.
vulnerable people at risk of debt traps, and children. Interesting. Roll 212.
Switching from console to PC has never been a cheap game, which always made convincing your parents or wife to buy one a difficult task. So that's a no? Thanks. Now I know what it feels like to be living in
And if you think about it, Carter PCs did make a video about it. You could literally get one of these PCs for 1 month and then win a Fortnite tournament or something and have enough money to buy your own PC. Now, I'm not saying that
you could rent it for a month and win a Fortnite tournament and then buy your own. What an upsell. You know, that's actually creative marketing. I gotta give him credit for that. That's funny.
you should do that because winning a Fortnite tournament can be pretty difficult. I'm not gonna lie, but who knows? Maybe some of you guys are underground Fortnite pros.
And this is the exact pure Gamba brain rot.
That's fucking weak, bro. That's like some Wolf of Wall Street type marketing. I like that.
That NZXT is targeting with its rental program. NZXT has become so predatory that we researched illegal payday loans.
Hey, I was calling about the check cashing
God.
loans. We don't do those anymore. We don't do payday. No.
Dude, this is like literally the Redditors Unite type video. I don't know, man.
I can give you a phone number if you want.
Which the justice...
This is such a stupid thing. Like, bro, nobody... Alright, if you're dumb enough to rent this thing for 5 fucking years, you deserve to have your money taken. I don't care. If you're actually dumb enough to pay $300 a month for 5 years to rent a PC, your money would be going to something else absolutely retarded anyway. So, I don't fucking care.
Center says carry an average APR of 365%, or about 1% per day. If we plan to rent the PC for at least 3 years, it would be cheaper to take an illegal and possibly mob-backed loan for 175 days instead, and then own the computer at the end of it, assuming no kneecaps are busted in the process. Let's go somewhere a little safer to actually film the computer. You can use code PUCKGamersNexus for 10% off anything on store.gamersnexus.net while it lasts. To you by you. For the store, yellow, find more autograph how much you for PC ownership if it is allowed to propagate and if it finds success. It's a continuation of you'll own nothing. As we tumble ever downward into our dystopian future, other companies will be looking on as they too realize that they can get rid of...
I mean, they're not... You could just buy your computer. I don't know. Like, this seems like something you would do for like a month. Like, hey, I'm hosting a video game tournament. I'm gonna rent 3 PCs or some shit. Or, hey, my friend's coming to stay with me for a month. We're gonna rent computers and fucking, you know, have LAN parties. And like, this is, I don't know, bro. This to me is just such a hyper specific use case. It's like, is anybody actually gonna do this shit?
Of aging inventory with potentially predatory policies and profit from it. Corsair, for example, would probably be the first to follow, but you need to understand just how huge NZXT is to appreciate what's going on.
Well, I mean, PC gaming is literally the definition of you'll own nothing and be happy because, you know, everything's digital.
We'll work backwards. In 2021, we called NZXT out for selling a fire hazard computer case that featured a design flaw, which could easily cause the case to ignite in a spectacular fashion given the right set of specific conditions. Fire. I get that.
Given the right set of specific conditions. So if you try to make a catch on fire, I don't... Like, I mean, technically you're not getting scammed. You're just getting ripped off. But, you know, I don't feel bad for these type of people because these type of people will blow their money on something fucking stupid regardless of who's selling it. So they may not get ripped off by this company, but they'll get ripped off by another one. So it's like you might as well be the one to take the cash.
Because we don't want them to know where it's going. NZXT asked us to upload a photo ID to prove some form of connection between the name and the purchaser to prevent fraud. We couldn't prove the identity of our customer because they don't exist. The name is fake, there is no ID, these are not the customers you are looking for, and so we didn't upload an ID for that customer name because there simply is not one. But NZXT wanted money, so it decided that we did. And we thought that would have been the end of things, and we wouldn't have been able to get the rental PC, but a couple weeks later, a computer showed up. Interesting, since confirming the ID is actually impossible with the person we ordered it to. So now, having never proven the existence of a human with the name we used, all of this becomes even more interesting, because NZXT's service provider, Fragile, does a soft pull on your credit. I filed for a full, detailed credit report from all 3 major agencies and found no such soft pull in my account records. NZXT says that, quote, this credit check does not show up on your credit report or impact your score, end quote. But other soft pulls do appear in the report that I filed for. An accountant that we spoke with informed us that the poll should show up, but I'm not an expert on this, so maybe it just did it. This is all important because the...
Griffin got... No, I actually... Dude, I've made a bunch of money on crypto. What is Bitcoin at now? Let's see. I've actually made a lot of money on crypto. I haven't bought a lot. So it's at 97,000, let's say. So I bought it at like, I think it was 2,300. So I bought $700 worth. So I have 0.3 bitcoins. So times 97,000. I have about 30 grand worth of Bitcoin. So, no, I've actually made a decent amount of money off of Bitcoin. I just, like, don't really like crypto. I think it's fucking stupid, personally. It's, like, pure arbitrary value with nothing backing it. So, I'm not a fan of it, generally speaking. If anything, I like the fact that people can make a lot of money by doing absolutely nothing. So I don't, like, hate crypto. I just hate it personally. I would never buy, like, serious amounts of it.
The lackluster check-in here is already an instant red flag for something which is potentially already a financially predatory program. Now, we still need to talk about NZXT's pricing here, which is really hard to do and incredibly confusing because of its earlier explained bait and switch.
Doesn't the dollar have nothing backing it? It has the United States military. That's something.
We have two charts we're going to show for this. The second one has a 104% illegal loan that violates usury laws, but the one we'll show first is this one. This is a chart that's made to show the cost of ownership of the Player 2 rental that we subscribe to. It's don't actually own it. Rentership, I guess. It would compare against the Player 2 pre-built, except they're not comparable. So we need to add a scam normalized benchmark. We first tried to use IWA power for the pricing, but we couldn't find any systems that had a CPU old enough to pre-built, except
like,
they're not comparable.
why would, see, look at this. $130 a month, or 100, or what? 1,500? Anyone with a brain would look at this and be like, yeah, basically I'd buy the thing in a year. I'm just gonna buy it. Like, that's like some quick maths you can do in your head real quick and be like, yeah, well, obviously I'm just gonna buy this shit. But, you know, the only reason for why you should rent a PC is if you're just using it for a short time period. Like, say you're going to your fucking vacation home or something and you don't want to lug a massive computer around with you. Like, you could rent the PC and then set it up and then send it back when you go back to your normal house. Like, I don't know, man. This entire thing just seems kind of stupid. Like, who is actually going to rent a computer? That's what I want to know. How large is the PC rental space? Because I've never heard of anybody doing that shit other than short-term rentals for, like, gaming tournaments and stuff like that.
We need to add a scam normalized benchmark. We first tried to use IWA power for the pricing, but we couldn't find any systems that had a CPU old enough to compare to NZXT's rentals, so-called top-of-the-line PC, and NZXT's $1,600 pre-built at the same name isn't comparable because the CPU is a full generation newer. We checked Cyberpower, Starforge, Dell, HP, and none of them sold computers with parts as old as NZXT's rental here. DIY cost for NZXT's rental PC is around $1,000. We took a cross-section of historical pre-built price data and of modern comparable pre-built and averaged the total upcharge over DIY by percent. Typically, the most aggressively priced pre-builts are about 15% over DIY for this range, but we'll be generous to NZXT and call it 25% markup on DIY for $1,000 build, putting that $1,250 for the equivalent to the rental. This added line normalizes the price for NZXT's bait and switch, so at month 7, it would be cheaper to DIY the PC than the total cost of the rental in the same period. Plus, you'd actually own something that you could sell, give to family, friends, or do anything else other than send it back to NZXT. If you must have a pre-built, the rental price crosses the price of a similarly built pre-built at about 9 months. Let's just say you can't afford $1,250 and you do something we wouldn't recommend, which is take a loan via a firm or buy it on credit or some payment plan service that most of these companies have today. At the quoted default interest rate that the firm applied, we'd be at $1,352.76 total cost and fully paid off in 1 year. The rental would exceed this monthly cost immediately.
Yeah, this just seems like a nothing, bro. Like, who's actually gonna buy this shit? Criminal loans! Let's do this one.
Now we get to the fun part. Criminal loans. So, called around, did some research online and otherwise on payday loans. If you haven't heard of this predatory lending practice, here's what the North Carolina Justice Center says about it. Quote, bank payday loans create a debt trap, just like other payday loans. Rather than solving a financial...
Yeah, well, I have no sympathy for people who do payday loans because they're impatient.
crisis, they sink the borrower into a deeper financial hole. Center for Responsible Lending research shows the average bank payday loan costs 365% annual interest. Bank payday customers are in debt an average of 175 days a year with an average of 16 transactions. It's like any industry, there's different types of products for a predatory loan. There's bank payday loans from the mob. There's all kinds of options. It's a really interesting and exciting field of professional activity. So we did some research using a mix of public resources for payday loans and predatory lending awareness, and speaking with the people, we put this together. We cobbled together this charted scenario of taking a $3,000 loan to play video games with a so-called finance fee at $5,250. Assuming you could pay it back within 175 days, it would be $8,250 total owed, which is still cheaper than paying for the same machine for 32 months. In other words, if you were to keep this example PC from NZXT for at least 32 months, you might actually be better off taking a definitely predatory, possibly mafia-backed, and almost certainly criminal loan, and then owning the computer at the end of it. And it'd be like the same price, depending on your terms. And if they don't break your kneecaps first. Now we're going to talk about the terms of service, which these are really aggressive. And Vincent Augusta, an attorney who's joining us as we hired him to provide his expert insights, read through the contract for us, and provide some thoughts. He had several key points where his concerns were about the fairness of the contract. It's crazy how this contract is written. It's really aggressive and overreaching. So let's get into the discussion. What I have printed here...
Yeah, that's what you do when you write a contract, because you can't go back and change it later. You cover all your asses at the very beginning. Like, that's what every business does. It's just like when you step foot into Disney World, you know, you give up your right, or no, what is it? The trial to Disney Plus. You give up your right to sue Disney over a wrongful death if you ever go to Disney World or some shit like that.
Is 13 pages of subscription agreement for a base level what differentiates, let's say, like a predatory rental agreement from something that's more fair for consumers? You know, what does a consumer look out for in a broad sense? And we'll get into specifics.
Most of these rental agreements, they are contracts of adhesion. They're kind of in a take it or leave it situation. You're not really negotiating all the terms, but there's still things that you can look for that will help indicate the fairness of the document generally and also the intentions of the company you're doing business with. One of the major problems with the subscription agreement here is looking for terms that aren't punitive. And by punitive, I mean that there is a way of writing these kinds of agreements that protects the legitimate interests of the business engaged, in this case, in a subscription and a rental agreement. But there are also ways of trying to protect the interests of the company that look more like they're just punishing consumers for not following hyper-technical rules or setting kind of impossibly high standards.
And we'll come back to this, but like the packaging. I guess,
Correct, yes.
Yeah. What jumps out at you as concerning?
Some of the first terms that jump out have to do with the return process itself. And so you can see by the language of the agreement that the customer is required to return the rental device using the original packaging. So now original packaging here is not defined, and so we would apply kind of a plain English understanding to that term. Packing paper, if there's 72 styrofoam peanuts, then you need 72 styrofoam peanuts. The business has a legitimate interest in getting their product back safely. But the way that this term is written is that it allows for a kind of a series of pitfalls for the customer in attempting.
I mean, if you order an NZXT PC, you know exactly what it comes in. It comes in a box with a custom, like, styrofoam fitting. That's it. So, I don't know. That doesn't really take a rocket scientist to figure out, but whatever.
To accomplish that goal. And these are a little bit of extreme examples, of course, but by the language of this agreement, that is what the consumer is agreeing to. So there's a portion of this agreement that speaks to the situation in which the company bills in excess of what the contract allows for. And by the terms of the agreement, if that occurs, the consumer has 60 days to notify the business in writing that this excessive billing has occurred. If they do not, per the agreement, the customer fully accepts the charge as legitimate and can no longer dispute it. And so this is very concerning for a couple of reasons. One is it doesn't indicate a limit for the amount. So if the business messes up 2 decimal places and charges the consumer $5,000 instead of $50,000, by the terms of this agreement, if they are properly notified of it, then within 60 days, the consumer would be adopting that charge. Also, the fact that it requires it in writing is somewhat counterintuitive. So if you noticed a charge that was in excess of what it ought to be, or a double billing or something like that, your instincts might be to pick up the phone, to give them a call, but by the terms of the agreement, you have it properly notified.
Is there a statute for what they're trying to do here? Like, does something exist? You practice law in North Carolina. Does something exist here where if I go through a retail checkout and I find out they scanned an item twice, right? Like, what is there like a window where I can dispute that?
Generally, in North Carolina, you have 3 years to bring that charge. And again, that's not an internal dispute with the company. That's for a civil action. But by the language of this agreement, it appears that they're attempting to modify that and go from a 3-year statute of limitation and bring it to a 60-day statute of limitation, which I could not find any North Carolina precedent that involved a court upholding a 60-day statute of limitation modification contract. I will tell you that the UCC provisions, the Uniform Commercial Code.
All right, blah blah blah. I don't really care. The death waiver. Nobody cares. Yeah, that's
been adopted by North Carolina.
AKA, why the fuck would anyone rent a PC in the first place? This seems like, bro, this is a big fat nothing. If you're renting a computer for like 3 times the cost per year of what it costs to buy that thing, you deserve to have your money taken because you're an idiot. You're an absolute idiot. You deserve to be ripped off. Your money would go somewhere else if not there. That's the reality. I don't know who the fuck would rent a PC for 32 months. Like, these are such weird hypothetical scenarios that make no fucking sense. I don't really see anybody doing that personally. And if they are, they're fucking dumb. So they would lose their money on something else anyway. Am I going to play at Path of Exhales too? I don't know what that is. Oh wait, that's like that Diablo looking. Nah, probably not. I still haven't even played Diablo 4. So, probably not. Path of Exiles is dog shit. I feel like I've played that. That sounds familiar. Let me see. Yeah, just scroll down this way. It'll be faster. Yeah, I did. I didn't like it.
All right, awesome. Thanks, nigga. All right.
Yeah, this is the game where they delete your character every season, right? Yeah, I didn't like this. It was okay, but not anything great. I would rather just play Diablo. But yeah, I was not a fan. I like Diablo more. It's a better game. More fun. Which is a bad word nowadays, apparently. But yeah, as soon as I heard they delete your character every season, I was like, oh yeah, I'm not playing this. Drewski with the 5. Alright, let's see. Yeah, that shit's so gross.
All right, here we go. A jaguar prowling through the dense jungle, muscles ripping with raw power. When suddenly, a jaguar F-type roars into frame, tearing through the jungle like a hurricane.
No. Dude, my Jaguar ad is still the best. The fucking front hood of the Jaguar. Hold on, where's that picture? Like, just imagine this. Where is it? Like, imagine that. So, like, this section of the hood in frame, okay? Black. And on the hood, with the logo right under it, is, like, the imprint of a vag. Basically, like a heat mark. Snail trail, whatever you want to call it. Where it's like, you know, the condensation's there in that shape. And the fucking caption just says, not your average pussy or some shit like that. But obviously, like, pussy would be like star, star, star in the middle. And then also, what was the other one? It was like the one as long as I live in an apartment, I probably won't be able to get a Cybertruck, which kind of blows. Because it'd be the perfect daily driver for me, because, you know, I don't drive long distance, and I could just put it in self-driving and let it fucking ferry my ass to and from the gym while I scroll through my fucking OnlyFans feed. Oh yeah, I can't wait for Indiana Jones. It's gonna be so good. It's gonna be so good, man. Let's see. Has Dreamy made anything? Oh, wow. PS5 Pro is down. Oh yeah, I heard about this. The Ubisoft games. Not surprising. Ubisoft.
Hey there, Gamers, Casca here, and today...
Whoa, hold on.
Hey there, gamers, Casca here, and today we're talking about the PlayStation 5 Pro because it's now been officially a couple weeks since this console initially came out. And to be honest, a lot of the games that are getting these Pro patch upgrades, I'd say about 95%, are getting some pretty big boosts. Games like Spider-Man, some indie games, Call of Duty and stuff, they look and play better, having cleaner frame rates, higher resolution, just across the board. The performance is kind of nuts, but notice I said 95% are running better. We have discovered that 5% of games on the Pro are just breaking. They're just straight up breaking, and a lot of PlayStation fans are actually pissed, and people are even saying, how is this possible? The PlayStation 5 Pro is very expensive. I mean, obviously, a $700 console.
What the fuck is in the background, man? What is that? It's like an anime bitch in a micro bikini?
At its cheapest is just a wildly big price tag. But even for raw power from a technical standpoint, the console is a beast. How is it having so much trouble? Well, we think we have figured it out. Let's talk though. Hi, hope you're having a great day, and if you could please give this video a like and subscribe if you haven't already. This is my 6th try fighting to film this. I am so sick and so tired, but I wanted to get out of bed. I've been stuck in bed for days. Let's talk about video games. Thank you for watching and liking. I promise I'll be healed up soon. But for the last week, I've seen a lot of conversation and stuff from YouTubers, from content creators, and by a lot of channels and stuff that count frames and stuff, saying, how is it that games are looking worse on the Pro? So keep in mind,
they're not looking worse on the Pro. Ubisoft has managed to once again break their own games.
PlayStation 5 Pro is not an automatic upgrade. There are dev kits that were sent.
It absolutely is an automatic upgrade. If your game has a performance mode, the games will automatically look better by default. That is not true. If you take a game that has a variable frame rate and a variable resolution that changes depending on, system load and whatever the, I guess, horsepower needed to run the fucking game is at the time, and you put that same game on more powerful hardware, you will get a higher resolution and a more stable frame rate. Simple as that. So if you have a dynamic resolution that scales to lock a game at 60, putting that same game with the same settings on a more powerful device will mean your game runs at a higher resolution on average. So no, that's not true at all. Now, not every game has an actual dedicated fucking patch, but pretty much any game with performance mode runs better. Period.
To developers and especially big AAA companies like Konami and what's going on with Remedy and Alan Wake 2, they've manually been making these big Pro patches, but some of them have definitely not been good. Some of them have actually been removed. Alan Wake 2's patch has been removed, and now they said they're going to be working.
Fuck Alan Woke, bro. That game is such an L. They still haven't made money on it, which is great. Fuck that game.
On that for the next month or so. The Silent Hill 2 patch has also been removed, but people are basically saying, how? Now, I did see this great comment where someone said, okay, let's not blow this out of proportion. It is a couple games have a few issues. And this is correct. This is not a widespread problem. Your PS5 Pro is not, exploding. But the fact that it has issues at all is embarrassing, says this person here. And I think that's a good point. The fact that the Pro came out.
It's not. How is it embarrassing, though? So a game that Sony didn't make is running bad on their console that they have no control over. That's like saying that, Lord of the Rings Gollum is embarrassing to Nvidia because it doesn't run good on your fucking 4090. That's idiotic. Obviously it's the fucking developer's fault, not the GPU. This is so fucking dumb, man. That'd be like saying, oh, well, fucking Wait, didn't I make a video on that? Some guy said that the PS5 and Series X were dog shit hardware because Cyberpunk ran like crap. I think, bro, I could have swore that was something I'd made a video on at one point. But yeah, it's that's such a fucking dumb conclusion to reach. A notoriously broken game is not the means by which you should assess the capability of new hardware or hardware in general. So, yeah, that's just kind of a dumb mentality and, kind of a stupid fucking benchmark, but hey.
And isn't as fluid as it should be is still a very strange problem, but people think they've figured out what it is. Sony has invented this new technology called PSSR. It is AI upscaling. Now, kind of the general idea behind it from what I've read is that instead of running a game at 10K, 4K, instead of making it run at 4K, raw graphics, it takes more time, you can have more pop-in. Running stuff at raw 4K also means you need 4K assets and stuff. The idea of PSSR is that it can automatically upscale 1080p images up to 4K, meaning that things can run better. You could have stuff that's technically over 60 FPS. In fact, a lot of PlayStation 5 games are already running above 60 FPS with the Pro upgrade. But the idea is basically this PSSR will help make games that already look good automatically look better, right? Well, it turns out this PSSR, it's not as automatic as you think. It's not super clean cut, and it sounds like this is the main problem a lot of developers are struggling with. Now, I saw this post over on Twitter by Videotech. This guy, Ben, extremely cool guy, does a lot of Grand Theft Auto and Red Dead Redemption content, as you can tell by his very sweet Red Dead Redemption profile picture. But he said, speaking from my experience with the PS5 Pro, I don't recommend it. A handful of AAA supported titles look worse due to PSSR, and nearly a month after launch, these games have not been fixed. Games like Silent Hill 2, Star Wars Outlaws, and Star Wars Jedi Survivor Avatar.
Dog, who the fuck is playing Star Wars Outlaws, Jedi Survivor, and Avatar? Dude, that's like 3 games you shouldn't even buy in the first place. Much less buy on your PS5 Pro and play like 3 years after launch. Like, fuck that. I mean, Silent Hill 2, yeah, I mean, Bloober Team is known for shitty fucking ports, right? So, again, 4 games that aren't even made by Sony from shitty third-party devs. Shocking.
And stuff.
This would be like blaming Nvidia for fucking Gollum or Cyberjunk or, I don't know, any PC port that comes broken. Dragon's Dogma 2. It's like, it's not the GPU's fault. It's obviously the shitty fuckers who don't know how to optimize their own games.
These games are rather busted because of their pro patches. Wait until 2025 to buy this thing. If you're a GTA fan, hold off until Rockstar announces the details of the pro enhancements we're getting for GTA 6 because they're definitely going to support it. Now, I've seen a lot of journalists saying, wait a minute, games run worse on the pro? So what really kind of kicked off this conversation more than anything else is Digital Foundry. Digital Foundry has been doing these really crazy good hyper...
Dude, why would you even play this game? Why would you even play this fucking game? Oh my god, bro. Unless you absolutely hate yourself, there is no reason to play Avatar Frontiers of Colonialism. That shit is ass.
Analysis, actually looking at every single aspect of the performance of these games after the patch with each of the patch revisions and the games that get the patches removed. And essentially they're saying...
Yeah, that shit was broken as fuck when it came out on the regular consoles, so...
It's frustrating that these games don't run better. It's disappointing. In fact, this is one that's kind of wild. This is the new patch they just released for the Avatar game, right? Now, I'll be honest, I played it, I reviewed it, I did not care for this game, but a lot of people do like the Avatar game. You know, props to y'all. Look at that pop-in. Well, hold on. Go back and look at the mountain. Watch this. Look how bad the frame rate is. Oh my god.
Yeah, welcome to Ubisoft. I don't know, man. The game ran like shit when it first came out, too. Oski Woski with the 2, surprised you hopped on this late. Also, good morning. Well, good morning to you as well.
Shadow Poppin', oh my god. Yeah, I'm about to plug my base PS5 back in. I want to play the new Star Wars update, but the PS5 Pro makes it look...
Why would you want to play the new Star Wars? Dude, what are these people doing, inflicting this pain on themselves? Willingly playing Ubislop. Star Wars Outlaws and fucking Avatar? Holy shit. I can think of literally anything else I'd rather do. I'd rather play more Death Stranding.
Worse, here's Digital Foundry using the Pro patch for Avatar, and it has the same issues. This is insane. In fact, one of the patches that just got rolled out, I wanted to make a video about this 9 days ago, but I've been busy with other stuff and obviously being bedridden for a bit, but there was a launch patch for Silent Hill 2 that came out when the Pro came out, and I thought it was pretty decent. It definitely ran pretty smooth. It took care of a lot of that frame hitching that existed in certain parts of the world of Silent Hill 2, but apparently they managed to fix it by removing PSSR. The game runs better.
So, aka the developers didn't want to fucking develop? I guess? I don't know.
The game runs better because they removed PSSR. Like, I feel like that is damning, right? Maybe
Yeah,
I'm
so it's the developer. Like, literally, I don't know, man. This literally just sounds like lazy developers not actually fucking working on their shit like they should.
This, but the fact that your new technology is so difficult to learn, it runs this badly.
It's so difficult to learn that it runs this badly. So 4 games out of 400 is... This is like, I don't know, bro. Dreamcast guy is so desperate to hate on this thing, and I don't understand why. I guess because he's hoping he'll get like those big anti-consumer bucks, like the Muda Sharts and fucking, you know... what's that fuckers? Oh yeah, Yong, yeah. You know, he wants to be them. RDX son of a foe with the 279. Will the Chinese tariffs kill the consoles? No, because we don't make consoles in the U.S. So the only stuff that's going to get tariffed is stuff that we compete directly with China on.
Now, I got one more post to show you over on Blue Sky. This one is wild. So I've quoted Lance McDonald a lot. This guy, very, very smart guy. You know the Bloodborne 60 FPS patch? The fact that some fans made a 60 FPS patch where if you jailbreak a PlayStation 4, you can install this patch and actually play the entire game at 60 FPS. That was made by this dude, Lance. So he has been tinkering around with the Pro and looking at the code and stuff like that. And he says on PlayStation 5 Pro dev kits, you can enable a setting called base mode emulation, which switches the system back to a normal PS5. With so many games looking worse on the Pro, they need to add that feature to retail firmware. Heck, just let us have that extra GPU power, but lie to the software about what console it's running on. No one wants lower render resolution, but PSSR will upscale it so you can't tell. We can tell it looks like crap. It's interesting that this is even happening, that people are talking about removing features from the Pro. Personally, I've been playing the Pro a lot, and I think that games do look a lot better, especially stuff like Gran Turismo looks way, way, way better. I've been playing the Pro patch. It's absolutely insane, but some games seem to just be busted on the Pro. Something I saw is... oh, God. Actually, I've done this video because I'm about to vomit. I love you guys very much. If you liked the video...
Wait, hold on. What the hell just happened there?
Something I saw is... oh, God. Actually, I've done this video because I'm about to vomit.
Bruh. You could just stop the camera and then resume. I don't know, man. This is wild.
I love you guys very much.
That would be like me getting halfway through a YouTube video and be like, all right, guys, I want to finish the video, but I got to go take a shit real quick. You know, hit like and subscribe. And instead of just going and taking a shit and then coming back and finishing the video later. Oh, my God.
If you liked the video.
See, this is why I love Dreamcast. You never know what you're going to find in one of these videos. RDX son of a foe with the 279. No, Trump said all parts and products. Nope. This has literally already been reiterated that it would only apply to products that are in direct competition with those made in the United States. Does the United States have a large consumer console manufacturing business? Nope. Every single video game console is made in China, not a single one in the US. So, no. It's not going to apply. You that all the time? I don't take that many shits on stream. For the amount of days that I actually stream, pressing about it because nature calls, bro. If I'm live for 8 hours, you know, naturally, you know, the body is still working. So I don't know why that would even be a bad thing, but Most nights, I don't even take a piss break. So, and I'm over here sitting with my fucking 64-ounce chug jug of G Fuel, which usually is empty by the end of each stream.
You're broke! You're fucking poor! You're broke! You're fucking poor!
Let's see. So RDX son of a the 279. Trump don't care. I don't know what you mean by that. I mean, you can like literally go look at his actual policy if you'd like, but I don't think it sounds like you're interested in that. And then also Xbox made in China, so is PS5. Yeah, and they're not made in America, so the Chinese console manufacturing business is not in competition with the American console manufacturing business, so there's not going to be tariffs. That's all there is to it, man. If we make the same thing in the United States that China makes in China, there will be tariffs if China charges tariffs on the U.S. equivalent. It's called reciprocal trade policy. If China charges us a tariff on cars, we're going to charge China a tariff on cars. If China charges us a tariff on agricultural products, we're going to charge China a tariff on agricultural products. That is the policy. The United States does not manufacture and export video game consoles. Therefore, there will be no tariff on Chinese manufactured video game consoles unless all of a sudden the United States gets into that business. Oh no, it's not just to China. It's to everybody. Because that's how free trade should work. We shouldn't allow a country to have unrestricted access to our economy and then they prevent our companies from doing business in theirs. That's not free trade. That's one-sided trade. So, yeah, that's like a common sense policy. That's exactly what Trump did the first term, and that's exactly what he's going to do this time. He's reiterated that point every single time he talks about tariffs. We watched a huge portion of the campaign rallies on stream. I've watched pretty much all of them in my own time. I've heard it a million times. I know exactly what's going to happen. Because it happened the first term. Let's see. RDX Sound Effect with 279. I bet you $100. Trump tariffs are on everything. I'll take that bet. So you think Trump's tariffs will be on literally everything? All right, I'll take that. I'll gladly take that bet because that's impossible. Literally impossible. There is no way that it's going to be on literally everything. That is idiotic, bro. Never going to happen. I don't know. Nobody ever pays up. Do you know how many people bet me like, oh yeah, Trump's gonna lose, dude? Or all this other shit that never fucking came to fruition that they were 100% sure of and nobody ever pays up. It's alright. Let's see. And then RDX again with the 279. Yeah, free trade means people should pay more. No, free trade means that two economies interact with each other with minimal restrictions. But whatever. If you don't like tariffs, blame the countries that are putting them on the United States first. Look outwards. We're not the country imposing tariffs in the first place. China, Mexico, Canada, Europe, South America, Africa, the Middle East, Australia, you name it. Those are the places that are charging us tariffs. We do not charge them tariffs. We are simply returning the favor. If they want to do business with the United States, we are going to impose the same rules of trade that they impose on our companies. So if they don't want tariffs, they can get rid of the ones that they have on our companies that already are in place. It's that simple. That is how you obtain free trade. Letting one country financially molest the other is not free trade. That is basic economics. If I charge you an extra 50% for everything you sell to my country, and I don't charge, like, bro, we don't even need to explain this. This is so basic. Go look up the actual policy if you want to know about it. I'm not going to explain it. Jesus with the 5, RDX needs to stop talking. I'm losing brain cells, bro. Just says what he hears on NBC and CNN. Get a job. You can afford some nice things, brokey. Yeah, I mean, these are like TDS talking points from what it sounds like, so. Tariffs are not a bad thing, especially when you're using them to even the playing field. I don't know, man. I mean, if the tariffs were so bad the first time around, why did the Biden administration never get rid of them? So. Get rid of Mexico. Well, we don't have NAFTA anymore. We have the USMCA or whatever it's called. We have USMCA, which is like a better NAFTA. So. Let's see. So RDX son of a with the 7. Tariffs hurt American workers. You're right, they do. Because when things are cheaper to buy and sell in China, it hurts American companies that could also sell their products in the United States and China. Crazy. Trump's 2016 tariffs shut down an American nail make. Oh, yes. The one-off instance that everybody loves to point to that already was facing massive financial trouble and was on pace to close down, and the owner was a massive Democrat donor. We've already heard 100 times about this one-off instance. Nobody mentions all the other cases of where the tariffs actually helped people, like the agricultural industry. So, no. The guy who closed down the plant was a lifelong Democrat donor, and the Democrat Party used him as a mouthpiece to be anti-Trump. So here's my question. If Trump's tariffs were so bad, so awful, why are they still in place 8 years later after the change of an administration 4 years ago? If they are really that bad, why is that still the case? And here's the second part. Why does Mexico get to charge us a tariff if tariffs are so bad? Are we the ones who get to be the bitch of the world? So, no. Tariffs hurt U.S. workers because it makes it so U.S.-made products can't be sold into other countries. if China charges a 50% tariff on U.S.-made goods, or Mexico charges a 50% tariff on U.S.-made goods, we can't sell our products competitively into Mexico, into China, meaning it limits the profitability of all these different companies in the international market.
You're broke! You're fucking poor!
Let's see, and then also, will farmers like RFK banning pesticides? No, corporate mega farms won't. The simple fact is we have literally gotten to the point where we have pesticides on a genetic level in our food. Like, if you buy seeds from Monsanto, the pesticide in Roundup is literally inside of the plant at a genetic level, which is incredibly unhealthy for you. Like, there's a reason why if you go over to Europe and eat the same amount of pasta, bread, whatever it might be, you will actually lose weight compared to when you're in the US. Because we have so much genetically modified food that's sprayed down with these awful chemicals that literally kill you. So, yeah, farmers will like it, because farmers will actually be able to compete again. The only reason why, pesticides are as big as they are is because these massive mega farm corps owned by people like Bill Gates, who's been buying up all the farmland across the country, they make it to where farmers can't even compete because they have these fucking pesticides and genetically modified seeds and plants that have, unnatural yields and resistance to, bugs and all that type of shit. I mean, it's so bad that if Monsanto catches you replanting crops based off of the seeds from the, food that you harvest, they can take your entire farm away from you. So, yeah, no. I don't think farmers will care. The fucking massive agricultural pharmaceutical / companies will be the ones that are pissed off. So pesticides and these GMOs and everything like that make it almost impossible for farmers to actually compete with these insanely large companies that rule the food supply, essentially. Oh God, here we go again. Farmers love pesticides. It's, natural pesticides, not this fucking GMO shit.
You're fucking poor!
There's a difference between spraying a plant to keep bugs off and literally genetically modifying the organic matter of the plant itself in order to resist bugs naturally, and then licensing that seed out to where literally you're the only person on planet Earth that can sell that particular type of soybean. And if you're ever caught planting that soybean without paying your annual licensing agreement, they can take your entire fucking farm. There's two very different scenarios between spraying to keep bugs off and the type of shit that companies like Monsanto or Bayer, which is the company that owns them now, are doing. Those are two very different scenarios. I don't know why he's so worried about U.S. shit either. He lives in Canada land, where Lady Justin rules with an iron fist. So, yeah, if you ever... Here. If you ever want to watch anything, just look up Monsanto documentary. Like, it's actually kind of crazy. There's a bunch of them. And it's like, this is the type of shit that they want to get rid of. Yeah, here you go. Monsanto and the dangers of Roundup.
The Joe Rogan Experience.
When we sued Monsanto, there's many diseases that are linked to glyphosate exposure, including non-alcoholic fatty liver cancers are very closely linked. A lot of kidney diseases, and then severe damage to the microbiome.
And keep in mind, this is the shit they're putting in your food, not spraying on it. Like, from a genetic level, they insert it into the fucking seed.
Because it's designed to kill plants.
No, dude. His voice is so fucked.
And there are structures in your...
But yeah, I'm not going to watch the full thing. But yeah, there's plenty of examples. The clips are bad on this channel. Should have gotten to the actual point. But anyway. Yeah, this is like a document. If you want to go look into Monsanto, go look into them and then tell me, oh yeah, they shouldn't be regulated. Like, yeah, fuck off. And then look into Bill motherfucking Gates and then tell me that's the guy that should be in charge of our food supply. Apparently it's some sort of like disease he has where it's like it messes with your vocal cords or something. I don't know. It's some sort of like hereditary illness that's in his family that like fucks your vocal cords. So it's just something that happens in his family, I guess. Now you're afraid of GMOs. Oh my god. That's right, dude. Go eat your fucking goy slop, buddy. Go take your 17 fucking SSRIs and depression pills. Go fucking wage slave away for the rest of your life. Own nothing. Eat the fucking bug burgers. You know, consume mainstream media. Go for it, bud. Put some extra fluoride in your water while you're at it, too. Maybe spray some Roundup in your cereal. You know, it's all healthy for you, dude. Trust the scientists. Trust the experts. Big companies have never lied to anyone in the history of mankind, and definitely not politicians. So, you know, go back to your little fucking goy cage, eat the goy slop, consume the goy fucking media, and, you know, enjoy. RDX on the 279. Yes, ask the brainworm guy about health. Okay, well, if you stub your toe, I guess I can't ask you about anything that, like... Okay, well, I guess somebody who's had cancer, too, we should never ask them about health either, right? Why does that matter? You live in a pod? Well, don't you live in California? So that's pretty normal. No hot girls? I know, just this fucking OnlyFans slut who's like, oh my god, 3 inches is more than enough. In fact, 4 is a little too much. Yeah, the typical OnlyFans bait. Let's see. RDX, son of a fat with the 279 worms are eating his brain, lol, but no big deal. And bro, TDS is consuming yours, and you don't even live in the United States, but no big deal, right?
You're broke! You're fucking poor!
Dude, GMOs are 100% unhealthy. There's a reason why they have to mark what is or is not genetically modified. There is a reason there is a legal requirement to mark food as genetically modified or not. Genetically modified food where fucking literal pesticide is inserted at the genetic level is not healthy for you. Go drink a bottle of fucking Roundup and then tell me how you feel afterwards. That is not even something that requires more than 10 seconds of thought. They're pumping chemicals into our food at a genetic level. That's perfectly fine. Just how nature intended. Did you see Young? Yeah, coping and lying about the numbers for Veilguard? No, I did not. What was the other thing? Oh, he was like shilling for Horizon or some shit too, I saw. Like saying, oh my god, everybody's laughing at the Horizon clone. It's like, no, everybody's saying it looks better than the actual game. Dude, there's literal scientific evidence that proves that sodium fluoride, not calcium fluoride, sodium fluoride lowers IQ. Here. The U.S. government published a report this week linking high levels of fluoride with lower IQs in children. This report was a long time coming. NPR's whatever. And it's over 300 pages long, and it comes from the National Toxicology Program, which is part of the National Institute of Health. Ashley Mallon studies toxic exposures at the University of Florida. Whatever. Here, I'll link it for you. You can read it. All right? This is a documented fucking thing that came out, what, 4 months ago from the U.S. government confirming that fluoride lowers people's IQ. Wow. If you don't believe me, trust the experts. Am I right? There you go. An official government study. But I'm just making it up. They finally had to admit it. And if they're willing to admit that much, it's much worse than you actually think. That's right, guys. We gotta
Respect trans kids, affirm trans rights, stand with Ukraine,
Black Lives Matter. Trans visibility is valid.
You prefer to drink Drano? I mean, that's basically, you know, if the government tells you it's safe, you might as well, right? Drink some bleach while you're at it, too. I heard it makes a nice cocktail. Some Drano and bleach. Mmm. Tasty.
You're broke! You're fucking poor!
That's why I drink Pepsi? Absolutely, man. I gotta get my goy fucking slop down my throat one way or the other. Otherwise, I won't I won't die by age 60. Show your room. Let's see your G Fuel infested dirty room. First of all, my G Fuel's in my kitchen. Second, why do you want to see my room? Do you want to like visualize me in a bed? Mouth wide open and cheeks spread? Yeah, that's a low tier God quote, by the way. The wall of virginity is in this room. I've already shown that before. The wall of virginity is not even a question. That exists. Let's see. RDX to the 279. Americans' teeth will rot out. Ask I don't even know what the fuck that is. No, they won't. Dude, they already rot out. That's such a cope. People already don't take care of their fucking teeth. Why do you think veneers are so popular? Or fucking dentures? Like, people's teeth already rot out. It's because they eat a bunch of sugar and fake shit. The type of shit that needs to be banned. Also, calcium fluoride. The type that you get when you go to the dentist is the good
awesome.
fluoride.
Thanks, nigga. All right.
Sodium fluoride is not good for you. Calcium fluoride is the type of fluoride your teeth need in order to maintain their enamel coating. Sodium
awesome.
fluoride
Thanks, nigga. All right.
is a different type of fluoride that does not have the same impact. So there's two types of fluoride. Calcium fluoride, which is the type your dentist puts on your teeth. The type that's in your toothpaste. Then there's sodium fluoride, which is the shit they put in the water, which was never supposed to be for preventing teeth health. It was to kill bacteria. It was a disinfectant. It was never supposed to be for tooth decay. They just came up with that excuse after the fact. It's like dumping chlorine into your drinking water. It's just a different form of it. It's like putting chlorine in your fucking pool. It's not there because it's healthy. It's there to kill shit, which is exactly why sodium fluoride is put into the water supply, to kill microbes. It's not there to protect your teeth. Sodium fluoride is bad. Calcium fluoride is the good one. Jesus with the 5, RDX, don't spend all your paycheck just so you can get repeatedly humiliated for the whole stream to see. Nobody in here agrees. Well, there's like one or two. Crabber with the 5, Griffin, how the hell do you counter aim assist in Black Ops 6 on PC? You gotta get good, man. You gotta beat them with reaction time. That's the thing, is you gotta like basically have your mouse as an extension of your hand, and you just have to learn to aim without thinking. That's basically what it is. It's like you gotta get into like that zone where you don't even think where you're aiming. Your mouse is just like naturally tracking with your eyes. So the only way to do that is just to play more. Oh my god. Did you not even... Bro, that's why you get prescribed it from a dentist. Yes, calcium fluoride. I literally said this like 3 times. The type of fluoride that they put on your teeth at the dentist is calcium fluoride. The shit they paint on your teeth with the little fucking paintbrush. Calcium fluoride. The type of fluoride they put in the water is sodium fluoride. Meaning calcium is different than sodium. Is that too hard to understand? No, you get mouthwash with it. Guess what they tell you? Oh my god, bro. What do you not do with mouthwash? Is it A, spit it out, or B, drink? Are you supposed to drink mouthwash? No. They literally tell you to call poison control if you consume too much mouthwash. Holy shit. Oh my god. So why the fuck would you think it's okay to, like... Oh my god. Bro, this is insane. This is absolutely fucking insane. Oh my fucking god. Dude, this is wild. Jesus with the 2 RDX got this way because he drank. Yeah, dude, this is proof that fluoride lowers the IQ. Absolutely. This is our case study. Oh my god. What brand of mouthwash? I don't... I can't afford this shit! It's like a white bottle. I don't actually know. It's like the peroxide kind. Here, let's see. This shit leaves your mouth feeling crisp, though. I like it. What is it called? It's like the Crest type. But it's like the clinical bottle, I think is what it's called. Yeah, clinical. Crest Pro Health Clinical. So it's the type that my dentist uses. So, yeah, but it's got like peroxide in it. The lead and... Oh, yeah, dude. That's the reason why the Romans went crazy. Because back in the day, they used, like the emperors and stuff, they used lead pipes. And it was like a flex to show off how thick your lead pipe was. So, yeah, they all were, like, getting lead poisoning and shit. And the people who drank from, like, the public, you know, fountains and everything, they didn't have lead pipes. So that's part of the reason why they think, like, a lot of the emperors and nobility and shit went, like, insane, is because they spent their entire life drinking out of lead pipes in lead cups and eating off of lead plates and utensils. So, yeah, kind of funny. I don't have... See, the thing is my enamel on my teeth is good. So my dentist said just use stuff that kills bacteria because the only thing you have to worry about is like your gum health. So, but yeah, if you have like weak enamel on your teeth or whatever, then you should use like enamel reinforcement, like toothpaste and mouthwash. RDX, son of a fat with the 2... Trump has lowered America's IQ. And there we have it, guys. Like I said, TDS. You don't even live in the United States, bro. You don't even live here. Why are you so pressed? Go worry about your cross-legged queer president who has literally destroyed the Canadian economy. You have bigger fish to fry than the president of the United States. Canada is literally getting fucking flushed down the toilet in real time. The average GDP per person in Canada has been fucking tanking under the leadership of your fucking cross-legged queer, little lady Justin. You have more important things to worry about than American politics. A country you don't even live in. This is peak TDS, bro. Trump cannot and will not hurt you. I promise. He will not, in fact, grab you by the pussy. Dude, we might need a north wall. We might. Bro, it's not worth... Well, I don't know why you're so pressed about Trump. You don't even live in the U.S., bro. Come on. This would be like me doom posting about the Prime Minister of the United Kingdom. Like, yeah, it sucks what they're going through, but I'm not over here losing sleep. What time? All right, it's 7:30. I gotta get off, guys. I gotta get ready to start my day. Even start with the 2. As a half Canadian / Greek, we don't claim RDA. Yeah, a lot of Canadians are based, man. I don't know. I guess it depends on the region. And RDX to the 279, we should build a wall like so. I'm down, man. Like in Life is Strange, where it's like, do they have one up north too? The answer is yes. All right. Well, I need to hop off, guys. It is 7:30, so I got to go take a shower, take the dog out, and sign in to work. So have a wonderful Wednesday, everybody. And I will talk to all of y'all hopefully later tonight. I don't fall asleep and my dog falls asleep on top of my phone, blocking out the alarm. So anyways, I'll talk to y'all later. Peace out, guys.